When was the last time you read something and you remembered it, you retained it? When was the last time you said something off your head that was immaterial, like a blog post or a video that you watched and you can remember word for word what was said? When was the last time you retained information? You see, it's crazy because like I was thinking about this thing today. Like I can't remember when last I read something, retained the information from what I read, and I can say that same thing I read off my head. I can't remember. It's crazy because I read, like, obviously, but I'm talking about like not even like an educational point standpoint, because I always say that it's a different type of preservation of knowledge when you read to pass an exam and when you actually read to just read to know the stuff, to know the material, the content. It's crazy what technology has become. We are overloaded with so much information that there's almost no time to process what we consume. It is crazy. There's so much out there. But how much do we really retain? How much do you truly know? Not what you've saved on Instagram or Snapchat or TikTok. Not all the stuffs you've saved on your YouTube, channel. You don't remember nothing. It is crazy to think about it. I thought about it today. I have so much stuff saved up. I literally went through my TikTok and I saw so much stuff, good stuff, wonderful materials saved up. And I also saw stuff that just inspired me in the moment. And I asked myself, I saved this stuff, but I never go back to it. So what am I doing exactly? What am I becoming? What is the point of access to so much information not being used for anything, just consumption and consumption and consumption and consumption, and no digestion, no no creation. That is crazy that we have become so accustomed to to materials thrown at us that we don't sit for a second to dive deeper into the things that come across us every single day on a daily basis. What have we become? We can't even get to materials, study them, and know them. I mean, they say test scores are drastically, you know, plummeting, and it's not rocket science. You can always put two and two together. Our phones, the internet, chat GPT, AI. What are we becoming? What are we becoming? I feel like even the concept of having, like, you know, of knowing stuff is not even appreciated anymore. There's no depth to people no more. There's no uniqueness to people no more. It's almost like everyone's just as shallow as their feed, their Instagram feed, or everyone's just the same type of person. You feel me? Like, and I'm not trying to sound like I'm different or anything, but like, this is just me pondering on the effects of the effects of what it is that I don't even know if I should call it the effects of social media or the effects of consumption of social media or the effects of the use of social media or I have no idea what it is, but it's crazy the world we're living in. And it is not like something that has become a problem yet because people haven't really realized what it is that we're in. I feel like in a couple years, and we're going to truly see firsthand the detrimental effects of all of these things. I'm Gen Z, you know, I didn't grow up with, you know, like phones, touchscreen phones that you could just like FaceTime anyone. Like, I grew up with like, I don't know if you know, like Visa phones. Like, I didn't even have a phone till I was like 13 or 14. And it was like them phones that you had like a screen, like keypads and all that stuff. But that doesn't even matter because for the past 3, 4, 5, 6 years, I've had a smartphone, a touchscreen phone, an iPhone, and I am almost, if not in the same bucket as everyone else, because like I am seeing this thing firsthand. I'm experiencing it firsthand. But I'm lucky to be self-aware because I have a very interesting, you know, uh I find books interesting. So I'm able to read. Maybe that's why I've been able to, catch myself and realize that there's actually something up with me. I would not just me, like many other people too, because like I'm not the only one who must have experienced this feeling of not being able to like retain information for a long period of time, and not information that I need to use to pass an exam, but like just to know it, you know? And it's interesting, really, really interesting. I think we need to, as individuals first, before coming together as a community, discuss with ourselves and ask ourselves, what is it that these things are doing to us? How has this thing changed me? Who am I becoming as a result of these things? And where do we go from here? I'm curious to know what you think. What is your relationship with social media, with technology, with fast information on your feeds every single hour, seconds? How has that changed you? How has it affected you? And have you caught yourself? And how has that, you know, what are you becoming out of that? I think we need to ask ourselves a lot of questions and look in the mirror and realize that though this is good, I don't even want to use the word good, but we got to realize that we are being affected, we are being changed, and we have to take steps to make sure that we are in the driver's seat as opposed to technology and all of these things being in driver's seats and us just being consumers and consumers and consumers. Where do we draw the line? And how can we change?